Good morning, guys. Ryan Carruthers here from the Betfair Trading Community.com with another one-line lesson. Today's one-line lesson is, what do I do if Betfair crashes and I've got trades open in the market? What am I going to do? If you are new to trading, please do head over to www.betfairtradingcommunity.com where you can find out everything that you need to know about trading. Or if you are new to this video, do hit subscribe and yeah, let's get some subscribers on this channel and get them cracking on. Good morning, Shane. How are you doing today, buddy? I'm betting we're going to have Shane. I'm betting we might have Terry. Are we going to get Malcolm? Great to see you guys coming on. So just to reiterate for the good morning, Carl. Good morning, Daniel. Good morning, Ryan. I'm new. Oh, wicked, Crypto Carl. What brought you here? Just to let you know as well, at BTC and with me, it doesn't matter whether you are new or whether you have been with me or followed my videos from the start, you will be exactly the same. It's the only way that I know how to treat people, and that is well. I really love traders and I'm really passionate about trading, and I'm always caffeinated when I've done these videos. In fact, I've just ordered a mega amount of coffee. I am okay, but a few silly mindset bets have come out of boredom and creeped into my game. Need to stamp this out. You do. Good morning, Carl, because you know what will happen, Shane? We'll be getting that rolling pin out. Boom on those balls. Ugh. So just for anyone who is new, doesn't know about that, Steve from Mugs Blog says hit balls with rolling pin if you are doing silly bets. Morning, TF. So Crypto Carl, if you head on over to betfairtradingcommunity.com, right, I'm going to pull it up now in front of me. There's some start guides on there. So if you are new, there is some start guides on there, and you'll be able to go through all of them. We break it down into loads of different things. There's also a set of videos on this channel, so if you do want to hit this channel up, it's probably the best place to start, actually. So if you search for my channel that you're on, scroll down on the main page, we've got a playlist called Betfair Exchange Trading for Beginners. It's the ultimate guide that we put together. I think it's about might be 10 videos, something like that. But basically, there's 12 videos. But we take you from beginner all the way through to being able to place a trade. Yes, Shane, I am buzzing for the NFL draft. Cannot wait for it. It's going to be loads and loads and loads of fun. So now we've got people on the video, we're a little bit warmed up, we're a little bit ready. Let's talk about the topic for today. So today's topic came from a question on Twitter, and it said, Dan is saying, Carl, sign up for the BTC course. I'm going for it now. It's great, goes everything you need. Thank you, Dan. That's what we like. So what do you do if Betfair crashes or goes down on you when you are in a trade? What do you do? Well, the first thing I think you need to know is Betfair does not give a... Nope, they don't care. Like, they're really not bothered. They will give you a stump speech about how you're not actually, it's not their fault, and this could happen, and that is basically what they'll say to you. They say, we know that you can trade on the exchange, but that's not actually what it's there for. You know, is it, you know, what I'm going to do, Carl, is put your question on a note in front of me, and then I'll answer that at the end. So if you hang around to the end, I will make sure that I answer that. So Betfair won't really care. They'll just be like, there. Right, okay. So you're not going to be able to trade. But let me tell you, the amount of times that this has actually happened and caused me a problem is zero. Like zero. It's never caused me a problem. And that's after 8-9 years trading on the exchanges. And that's not because I'm some mythical god. It's just because A, I know what to do when it happens, and B, it doesn't actually happen that often. So let's talk about what you do if it goes down. So firstly, if your Wi-Fi goes down, that's a different issue. The things that you can do for that is have a dongle. So you plug a USB dongle into your laptop computer and you'll be able to connect to 4G and you will be able to then use it. It might be a little bit slower than your current Wi-Fi, but it will enable you to get out. The second thing is the mobile phone that you have in your hand. Make sure you do have the Betfair app installed on it, because then you will be able to get out. Because your phone will pick up 4G, so you don't actually need a dongle. And most of the time, you can actually use your phone as a dongle now. You can use it as a router. So there you go. If your Wi-Fi goes down, doesn't matter, your phone will get you out. So what do you do then if Betfair crashes? Well, it's really quite simple. You use another exchange. So there's BetDAC. There is Smarkets. Use one of those to get out. And basically, all you're going to do is do the second part of your trade that you was going to do. You're just going to do it in one of those. So if you have backed first, then you are going to lay on BetDAC or Smarkets. Now, your options here are you follow the trade as is. So if you are waiting for a goal to be able to get out, then you're waiting for the goal still. It's just that Betfair has suspended that market or it's crashed or whatever it's done. You can then wait and follow your trade. That's not really what I want to do. What I want to do is just get the hell out of that trade. So I just take the loss. So if I just lay, I just get out at the price available on Smarkets and just move on and just write it off. It's not going to happen that often. It is hyped up massively on Twitter that you need to be prepared and you need to It's not going to happen loads and loads. You do need to be prepared if it happens, but it doesn't have to be complicated. Go to Smarkets, go to BetDAC, get yourself out of the trade and move on from it. You can also use a bookie. So if you have laid first, you need to back, you can use a bookmaker to get out. Or you can even use a bookmaker to cover other options. If it's like tennis and you back one player, go and back the other player in a bookie. Get out. It is the exact same thing that you're doing anyway. Just instead of doing it in Betfair, you're now doing it away from Betfair. And it's going to be a little bit of a hassle, yes. But then, if you've been watching these videos and you've seen the kind of things that some of the guys like me do, that Martin do, that Terry does, lots of other people who are traders where they have their bank stored in a separate bank account or an online account like Skrill, a separate bank account specifically for trading like Monzo or Starling, etc. And I really, really like using those. Please don't comment that kind of thing on our videos. You're obviously spamming, so just go away. What I really, that was just a bit strange. I'll delete those comments. We've been getting a few spammy comments, really, and YouTube's done an amazing job of picking them up, but obviously this is live, so I will be getting rid of that, and you will be probably blocked. Yeah, you're going to be blocked from this channel. Like, we don't need you on here. Let me try and block you now. Remove. Gone. So Maybe he is a Spurs fan. Maybe. Do you know what? Someone's got to be, haven't they? I don't know why. I just hate Spurs. But back to the topic. So, yes, you are just going to use a different bank, Starling, Monzo, any of them. What I really, really like about those banks as well is the spaces that they have, the separate pots. So you could actually have some money put into one of those pots for a disaster or for a bank builder, which, as I mentioned on one of my videos, I actually put like 10% away of everything as a safety buffer. And I have actually started to use, I've been using Skrill for a long time, but the more and more I look at Monzo, the more I'm going to use it probably as my main account and get rid of all of my accounts. And I used it when I was abroad, my Monzo, and it was bloody amazing. Okay, now we've got another guy. By the way, I couldn't open an account with Starling and Monzo. Yeah, they are UK only. I am not sure. So the user's messages will be hidden and they have been blocked from the channel. So please sod off, mate. Skrill have messed you about. That's surprising. Although I have heard that from Skrill recently, that a lot of people have been struggling with them, and I'm not sure why. I don't know why I've had a really good experience with them. I don't know whether it's because I was way back when with them on Money Bookers, and I might be on some sort of legacy program, verification issues. Yeah, I mean, PayPal as well. PayPal can be a flipping nightmare. So I'm not sure what to do on that one. But yeah, if you've got one of those banks and you're keeping your trading bank in that, and then you're just depositing your trades for the day, yes, Starling and Monzo, no fees. They're wicked. If you're keeping your trade, we are being hammered today. I'm spending more time bloody blocking people than anything else. So they are amazing for that. So if you're keeping your trading bank within the a bank like that or something like that, he's committed, isn't he? Just go away, mate. And if you're keeping your trading bank in another area, not in Betfair, then it does help do this. I don't know, Shane, what is the equivalent of Starling in all countries. There's loads like Revolt, there's Monzo, Starling, any challenger bank. There's Coconut, I think, as well. There's loads of them like that that will do this for you. So loads of them that'll do it for you. Keep your trading bank in another bank. Don't keep it in Betfair. It will keep this speedier for you, and it will enable you to move quicker if something does happen. But do not beat yourself up about it. Do not think it's going to happen all the time, because it really doesn't happen that often. Not enough to make you go, oh God, I'm not going to be able to do this, or I shouldn't trade. I think, Daniel, yes, with the Monzo and Starling, most of them are signed up to some scheme, which off the top of my head, I can't remember what it's actually called now, but your funds are protected up to something like 85 grand. So if you've got 85 grand trading bank, then you're doing something better than me. The issues are, Ryan, the Betfair suspenders come unreliable. Yes, but then still utilize Smarkets, utilize other exchanges. It's, you know, they're not, Betfair aren't always going to get it right, but it's just, for me, it's an occupational hazard. It happens, it doesn't happen as many times as I think it's reported. It doesn't cause me loads and loads of problems, and because I move my money around nicely, they leave on suspend for a minute after a goal, and there's a lot of, and that is of course due to third-party feeds. There is, yeah, but when the market comes back, the market's back. You know, they're doing that a lot of the time to protect you, because people have been taking advantage of the feeds. and have been courtsiding and have been doing lots of different bits. So I think the suspend that takes a little bit longer is just an occupational hazard. It is just a change in the trading world. And I don't think it's going to affect us massively unless, of course, another goal goes in that time. But how many times does that happen? And if you're an overs trader anyway, that's just been a whole bloody different like win for you. So I think you just gotta be aware of it and keep your eye on it. I think at the minute with some of the markets though, we're in a slightly different world where they may be holding those suspended for a little bit longer than is. Yeah, this is a time decay method issue. So you are waiting on the time decay. Then it might just be that you have to change the way you trade. If the markets are adapting and becoming efficient to outside sources, i.e. courtsiders, then will the time decay still work? But then you've just got to ask yourself the question, what has to happen for my trade to be profitable? And if the time decay isn't working anymore, the markets have just become efficient, just find a different way of trading. You know, I used to time decay, I don't time decay anymore. Trading evolves, and I think it's good that it evolves because it doesn't make you complacent. So if you can always trade the way you've always traded and it just becomes easy, it will bore you, and you need a little bit of a spark to keep the brain ticking over and to keep you being a good trader. So I wouldn't beat yourself up about it. I'd try and go for it. But yeah, I think, do you know what? I think some of the games now trading on the time decay method, the markets are just going to be all over the place because of Corona. Because that's the only thing people have got to trade now, Belarus and some of these friendly games. So I'd be a bit careful doing it then. I'd monitor it when the main leagues come back and the other summer leagues come back and see how you get on. And if it still works, great. I think Betfair will probably be better at suspending and unsuspending the markets. It's potentially at the minute staff problems, API problems. They do not need a big API issue if they've got staff not based in offices, etc., etc., etc. So always try and attribute what's happening to what's happening. So with Betfair going down, what to do? Have a backup plan and stick to it. And it doesn't need to be difficult. It doesn't need to be too tough. Checking in from Bulgaria. Wow, welcome. Welcome to the channel. Make sure you do hit subscribe so you never miss any of these videos. So yeah, have a dongle, have your phone. Probably don't need a dongle anymore. It's probably a little bit antiquated. Phones can tether to laptops, iPads, etc. So you can still get out. Make sure you've got the app loaded up and ready. And also, if it goes down, use another exchange like Smarkets or a bookie or BetDAC. So if anyone's got any questions, fire them away. I know Crypto Carl, you asked a question about whether the over 2.5 is profitable or not. That's the strategy or the market that you like. Yes, it's profitable if you could you do a lesson around VAR? Oh my god, Gary, why did you bring that one up? Ugh, breaking my heart. What do you want to know about VAR, buddy? Pop it up in the comments below, and yeah, we'll get that sorted. So is the over 2.5 profitable? Yes, but for every single trading market, and there's a video on this YouTube channel about what I look for in trades, and are you going to do any? I'm not going to do any trades on the NFL draft, no, at all. So Crypto Carl, it was under 2.5s. Yes, under 2.5s is profitable. You've just got to know this question. And guys who are watching this, just, you know, you've probably heard me say this a million times. You need to write at the top of a piece of paper, under 2.5 trade, what has to happen? And then think about what has to happen for that trade to be profitable, and write all of the things that need to happen for your trade to be profitable underneath that, and then go and find the answers to that. So under 2.5 goals, well, there has to be a low percentage chance of under 2.5s. The first goal needs to be scored on average quite later on in the first half if you're getting in straight away. So if you're getting in unders and you're going to wait for it to be 0-0 towards half time, then you need you need high percentage chance of 0-0 at half time for both teams. You need to know when the teams score on average, who scores, which team concedes score first, which team scores first, which player scores first. You need to know the average first half goals on average for the two teams. You need to know shots on target for both teams that lead to goals. So is it 6 per game or per half when there's a goal on average for the home team? The away team, once they've had 6 shots at their goal, their goalie has a brain fart and then concedes. So you need to know these things. So then you can work all of that out, and then you get the answer to those questions. You can then place your unders trade, you can wait, you can monitor the game in line with your information, and then boom, you've got it right there. You know when to get out or when to let that trade get to your exit point. So if the trade is constantly sort of going against you, boom. I've been watching a few games, and you can get in and out for 15 minutes. Yes, you can, but you've got to make sure that you do your research, because you're in your research, the devil really, really, really is in the detail. And people, you don't want a one size fits all. So you don't want to go to every game and then go boom, 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 boom. I'm going to get in that for the first 15 minutes and I'm going to get out. Because what will happen is it'll work for so long, and then one game will come along and it will hit you hard, and then how you come back from that will determine what happens next. So if you handle that loss and go, okay, it's inevitable, it's going to happen, boom, you're okay. But if you let that take your mindset, and then you start trying to get that back, or you stay in that trade longer because you don't think it's going to be under 2.5, then another goal comes in, then your loss is massive and you've blown loads of your bank. That's not what I want any trader to be able to do. But by asking the what has to happen question, and stop me if I'm going way too fast, guys, you will get rid of some of those games. It will make you a better trader. You will trade better quality games. You will understand yourself as a trader better. You will have a system to know how to to do what you're doing. You will be a better trader. When it comes to VAR, to be honest, I don't actually do anything different than I have already done. It's had an impact on my trading, yes. Negatively, yes, because goals are ruled out, but it's just part of the new world in which we live in. I haven't done anything different when it comes to VAR at all. I've stayed with my normal way of trading. For me, it's just always about assessing my pre-match thoughts with the in-play. So if VAR has ruled out a goal, okay, great, we just move on from it. If I have to take a loss, I take a loss. If I don't have to take a loss because I've not got to the time to get out, then I just carry on. I've tried not to make a big thing out of it, and I've tried not to let it play with my head. I've just gone, okay, right, well, it doesn't change the fact for me that this could have been a profitable trade. They still might score another goal, and is that goal ruled out? Yeah, okay, so we've just got to get another one. We've got to wait for another goal now. And then, sometimes the goals come, sometimes the goals don't, sometimes the game was just bloody terrible anyway, and the VAR goal was just there, and it wasn't actually a goal, it was a fluke. So for me, it's all about constantly reassessing and constantly assessing, and I haven't let VAR stop me doing trades. I know that VAR is having an impact, especially in stadiums where fans don't know and players don't know whether to celebrate goals anymore, and that's having an impact. So no, Malcolm, VAR is a video assistant referee. if you because I saw that you asked what is VAR. So now in England and in Europe we have this this video referee that will just judge goals, and it takes forever. It's not quick. It's not a quick system. There is inefficiencies between one goal and the next, like millimeters. They'll give a player offside for, but then the next week they won't give offside for that player, and it'll stand. So I think it's got a lot of time to evolve. But I think what will happen with VAR is that, and it's annoying that the Premier League didn't contact other like tennis, NFL, that use video assistant refs and get it nailed on most of the time to find out what didn't work, what did work, and what they need to do to make sure it works. They could have then made this VAR so much better. But I think over the next few years, VAR will get better, and it will actually help us as traders, because some of those goals that would have been disallowed before will actually be allowed now, and our goals will come quicker. So that's that. Just to summarize then, guys, Betfair will go down. It won't go down as much as people make out. It will have a plan. If you make sure that your bank is stored somewhere else, you've always got access to it then, and then you can use Smarkets to get out. You can use your phone to connect to the Wi-Fi if the Wi-Fi goes down, because that'll use your 4G, use your data on your phone, and you'll be able to get out. And that's really is it, guys. So if you have enjoyed that, please do give me a thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, do subscribe. Again, if you're watching this back and it's not live, then ask any questions, pop your comments in below, and I will answer them. And I will be back tomorrow at 10 a.m. with no tech issues, because we're not using that software. And I hope you all have a fantastic day. Stay safe and watch the BTC videos. See you all soon, guys. Cheers. Bye-bye.